This is an example of the you part of my teacup prayers, where I use Bible verses to tell my story. I start with Psalm 66. Come and hear, all you who fear God, and I will declare what he has done for my soul. I cried to him with my mouth, and he was extolled with my tongue. Basically, I was a runner. I was a runner who never cut the corners, because I think I must have thought good works could save me. And so I ran the whole workout, didn't cut the corners, tried to do everything just right. And I was still one of the slowest members. I was a walk-on on the Iowa State cross-country team. I ran for my coach, he that I thought was the best person in the world, and my cross-country team was my family. And then November of my sophomore year, the really good runners were at the national meet, and I believe that was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And the weather was much like it is today, kind of sleety. And we were running our workout on the streets of Ames, Iowa, actually trying to run on the sidewalks, but they were too slippery from the ice that was on them, so we were running in the little bit of grass on the side, and we were wondering how our team was doing. We got news that they got, I can't remember if it was second or third place, but they did really, really well there. And we were all excited for them to be coming back, and that we would get to celebrate with them the next day. And then we all went back to our homes for the evening, and then all of a sudden there was an announcement on the news that one of the 3 planes that was coming back from the national meet crashed in Des Moines, Iowa. And we didn't know who was on that plane. I was actually hoping it was some of the men's team, which wasn't very nice. Actually, that evening we went to the chapel in the student union. We went to this chapel and prayed. And I mean, this is a public university. We'd never done anything like that before. And I didn't know what we were praying or what this was all about. The next day we went to a meeting at the gym, and some of the athletic directors told us who was on that plane. And it was our 2 coaches, 3 of the girls from the team, and the athletic trainer, who was also a girl student, and the pilot. So 7 people died. And I was devastated. And when I tried to go running, I could barely lift my legs. I didn't want to go on anymore. And so I ran away from, I believed in God, but I ran away from him. I thought, I don't like your plans, God. I'm not going to be a part of this. And so I ran away from him and looked for peace and food and poor relationships. And there were some girls on that team, though, who were Christians. And one of them, her name is Dawn, she spoke at the memorial service. They canceled classes for the afternoon and had a memorial service. And Dawn got up there and spoke about her friend Cheryl, who died. And she said Cheryl was a Christian, and that if she could come back, she would not, because she's in heaven with Jesus. And I couldn't believe it, because poor Cheryl's mom was so sad. Why wouldn't Cheryl come back? Why would she want to be up in heaven? I didn't understand it. But Dawn and some of the other girls on the team who knew Jesus started a Bible study. And I went to that, but I still didn't get it. But a couple years later, I finally, when I was invited to the Baptist Student Union, finally it all clicked. So some of those girls must have been praying for me, and I gave my heart to Jesus.